I just don't want to hear your belly aching. All right,
No,
I'm okay with
I
it.
understand.
Just know that I don't care because you don't have the guns big enough. All right, so shut up. You lost. These opinions that I have voiced are mine and solely mine, and not the opinions of anyone else on the show.
I hope I'm still employed after this. And our thoughts and prayers are with all the innocent people who have lost lives in any way, shape, or form. Having said that,
You're seeing a lot of black people, Dave Chappelle, BLM, a lot of other black people standing with Palestine. Um, what do you guys think that's all about?
I don't think a lot of black people are standing with Palestine. I think that the few that are have their voices very loud and or their tweets get a lot of push. But I don't think most black people honestly could find Palestine on a map nor give a fuck. Um, if I'm just being honest,
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't. You know, I talk to black people a lot. I don't hear this come up a lot. I don't know what y'all experience is.
Yeah,
Okay, what
I,
do you think?
I feel the same way. I think first off, I would say I rarely, if ever, and probably never would follow or support Black Lives Matter post um, or ideal or whatever. Like I don't know that anything they say has ever made sense to me. Um, Now, not in like, hey, free Palestine or anything is like the biggest thing that I take issue with for them. But most people are in a fad thing again. So there's these trends that start to take place, and I think a lot of people are finding this trend that they support Palestine in some sort of way, and like Miles said, have no clue really what's going on. They don't know the history of it. They don't know how Israel was formed, how Palestine was formed. Like they have really no clue of what went down, but they are hearing people that they trust or that they know speak on this topic, and they're taking this stance because somebody that they like has given some sort of indication that that's what the direction they should go in, and they're starting to support it. Um, I'm with you, Miles. I don't think they have a real good idea of what's going on, but
No,
I think what
most
they're doing
people.
is just jumping into a boat of this group think again of, hey, this sounds cool. I'm going to go with that, and it goes against the mainstream, and they feel like they're in the struggle, and that's the other part. Real quick is I think black people get the impression that the Palestinians are in a struggle, a similar struggle to the black struggle, and so they're using that as their reason to support Palestine. So I mean, it's more complicated than I think they know. I think it's even more complicated than people who are making decisions know, and we're putting ourselves in a very difficult position right now by jumping into this situation. If we do, I don't know. I know we haven't really gone all the way in, but it's
When
a
you say we, you mean the United States?
yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, no, I kind of feel kind of like what you said, Kay. I feel like black people, and I'm not saying all black people, but I feel like a
Very
lot of
few.
black people, yeah, enough black people, um, have a victim type mentality where they feel like victims, and they identify with people who are so-called victims. And I can see why Black Lives Matter would be or would stand with Palestine because they view themselves as victims, just like some of the people in Palestine view themselves as victims of Israel or the United States or whoever. And kind of like Miles said, our prayers go out to everybody. It's an atrocity, not even atrocity, but a travesty. That people are losing their lives over war. But at the end of the day, I could understand why Black Lives Matter and people who identify, or I'm sorry, relate to Black Lives Matter would kind of be with Palestine is because they have a victimhood type mentality, and they see and identify with other people who view themselves as victims. I'm gonna keep it a buck on this motherfucker, though. All right, here's where we keep it a buck.
Hold up.
Uh,
Wait a minute. Just want to make sure if this shit catches any kind of viral traction. Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, though. At the end of the day, um, to the victor go the spoils. So if people don't like that Israel is occupying land, or it's their land or your land, nobody, I don't give a fuck about none of that. All right, you keep land by how big your guns are. That's it. If you got big guns, then it's your land. All right. If you can defend that land, it's yours. If you can't defend it, it's not yours. Bottom line. And this whole victimhood, type shit is the defense mechanism that women use. It's not the defense mechanism that men use. If you take an L as a man, you take an L. You take that L, you walk away with it. Win, lose, or draw, you walk with it. It is what it is. But women don't disagree with violence. They that's not their mode of operandi. So at the end of the day, they use shame and other behaviors to kind of get people to defend themselves. And as a man, I can't relate to it. If a motherfucker got guns big enough, motherfucker beat me up. It is what it is. Now my shit
Now
is his.
is that the world you really want to live in? Like, do you want to get that granular with the dwelling where you rest your head? So if somebody can take it by force, it don't matter if you got a deed or a lease. That motherfucker got bigger guns than you or can fight better than you, so it's his.
Well, here's the thing that I don't fool myself. The only reason a deed and a lease and any of that shit is even valuable is because of the big guns that back that deed and that lease. The United
Right, the
States,
state.
right? The state backs that with big guns. All right, so
Well,
I'm not fooling
it backs
myself.
it enforces enforces legal contracts in courts.
Right, but the only reason they're legal is because of guns. That's it. There's illegal.
Yeah, no,
Legal
yeah,
is
that's
legal.
correct.
Legal is only means we have guns to do something about it. That's all it means.
We should clear something else up. We played a Dave Chappelle clip, and we use that clip to say that indicated that he had, I don't know, support for Palestine, but it didn't. It was a joke that said something about Jews, and that particular
Right.
clip didn't say nothing about his stance on Palestine. So people went to see a stand-up show of his and got upset about a joke he made, and their recollection of it was that he, said some pro Palestine shit, but that's not reliable, at least not to me. So
Right. Right. At the end of the day, I was just kind of using something that people have tied into the whole Palestine Israel. A lot of people took that joke meaning that it was Palestine's land, and then other people came in and occupied it, and now
but
it's
that joke was from a special that came out like 3 or 4 years ago. Like, that's
right,
not a
right.
recent clip. So
Yeah,
it's
no, no, I understand that. I'm just saying that the conflict between Palestine and Israel has been going on for 100 years. So when he's made that joke, people took it as that, and then now it's being re-aired as, oh, this was Dave saying blah 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 about Palestine
yeah,
and
I got you.
Israel.
I just wanted to make sure we get that.
Yeah,
You know what I
which
mean?
yeah, I'm not saying that we know what Dave's intent was with that joke or anything like that, or whether he's pro Palestine or pro Israel or nothing like that. I'm just saying that that's been
And we
trending in the
definitely
news.
don't want to imply that he stands with BLM for shit,
No,
because I got
no, we
no
don't.
reason to
We
believe
don't.
that.
Yeah, we don't want to imply that Dave stands with BLM or Palestine or Israel or any of those things. That those are the disclaimers. Correct. but
I,
but kind of like I said, like at the end of the day, like do I want to live in a world where you got to have guns to protect yourself? Um, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I really liked the idea of how things were done during, the gold rush, where
No, you didn't. You didn't have to. How you like some shit you read
I,
about?
I said the idea. I said the idea of that. I never lived through it, but the idea of, as a man, you over here, you're responsible for yours and protecting yours, and that was just kind of how it was. I feel like at that time, men were men and women were women. Like, we didn't live in this inflated world where women could become men, where women could do the things that men could do during
we
that
just
time.
bringing it. We're just bringing it full. It always comes full circle
Oh
back to
yeah.
that. Huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We have figured out how. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
But
full
see,
circle.
the thing about that though, Kay, is it's easy to like an idea without having to live through the real shit. And even another thing
AKA
you said
getting your
about,
ass shot.
yeah, about
Look,
liking or even before when you said, the big guns, can take the little guns, and coming from living in America, that of course. But if we were living in Palestine, that shit probably wouldn't be so cool. Like, we'd have a completely different worldview if we grew up in a place who, was wanted to
yeah.
have the big guns but didn't have the
That's
backing of
that's
the big
correct
brother or
about
the big uncle with the big guns.
Right, that's correct about everything. About everything in life. Yeah, if you come from a place of non-privilege, yeah, you're gonna want to say, nah, this this just not good. But if you grew up with the if you grew up with muscles and genetics of a 6'5", behemoth, then you're like, nah, that sounds good. So look, yeah, you're always gonna have winners and losers, always. But I'm just saying, for me, if I lived in Palestine, I would be trying my hardest to either settle
Throw a
up with
rock at a
settle
drone, huh?
settle up with Israel, or get my ass to the United States somehow. Nah, I'm
You
going
know,
to
throw
where
rocks.
the big guns are. Big gun team, hey, let me in. Let me get on your team.
You beat KD and Golden State, huh?
Hey, no, I wouldn't be KD and Golden
Yeah, you
State.
would. What's the
Nah,
difference?
because okay, so the difference is KD and Golden State is KD was like China, and the Golden State is like the United States, and KD said, I'm gonna defect to the United States. It's like, bro, you got guns too. You was up 3-1. You got guns. Like, you got an army of a billion people.
I mean,
Like,
we
what are
can
you
argue
doing?
about the country he represents in this analogy, but it was can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
Got beat by them by force. So
Right.
now I'm on your side.
Yeah, no, I'm with can't beat them, join them. Absolutely.
Oh, all right.
Absolutely. Just make sure you can't beat them first. That's all I'm saying. That's
Well,
why
he
I
couldn't
disagree
beat
with
them.
KD. Nah,
That's the thing about
nah,
sports is it's
nah. That's the
definitive.
that's the thing
They
about
played seven
KD.
times. Like
That's the
there's
thing
no
about
more
that's
doubt.
the thing about KD. You could have beat him,
Could have
but
beat
you
them.
you you weenied up. All
What
right.
could have happened did happen. That's
Nah,
what I love about sports. I don't want to
nah,
hear about coulda.
nah.
The
Because
Buffalo Bills could have won one of them four Super Bowls,
nah,
but they didn't, so they really couldn't.
nah. Because I seen Modern Day beat St. John Bosco, and then 2 months later lose to St. John Bosco.
Yeah, on that night they couldn't beat them because if they could have beat them that night, they would have.
Well,
They
I'm
was
not
trying
talking,
to.
and that's what I'm talking about. KD, yeah, in that series, maybe they couldn't have beat him, but the following year they probably could have. If KD went and recruited some more people, they probably could have. Like, at the end of the day,
Anyway, yeah.
that was KD being a bitch. But yes, I am for, if you can't beat him, you better go join him. All right, but just make sure you can't beat him. All right,
They don't have no way to join nothing. Like, there's no part of Palestine that was gonna get with Israel, and there's no part of Palestine that was gonna get the backing of the United States. Like, you're in a that's not feasible scenario. That
No,
Right.
all they can join is Iran, which they,
but still
cozying
isn't
up to.
enough. Like that's
It's not
still
enough,
not going
but
to
I
do
mean
it.
that's all they got.
Look, all they need to do is lay down, lay down.
Stretch it on out, huh?
Stretch it on out, man. Stretch it on out. Become a part of the United States. All right. That's all you got to do. Just say, you know what? This is the United States land.
But that's the
All
other
right.
thing
You want
about
some
that.
more
That's why
illegal
I was
immigrants in
saying,
here,
Yeah, over there. Oh, stay over there. All right.
Well, wait, how? All right, I don't know how this works out.
We'll give you our resources, just like we gave Israel our resources.
No, we won't.
All right.
right?
You
No, we
stay over
won't.
there.
No,
All right.
What's the point of giving them to Israel if you're just gonna give them to the
Right.
enemies?
but
Yeah.
that's
Because
the thing, though.
there are now they're a part of Israel too. All right.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
great.
That's where
Here's the
it all
thing.
goes wrong.
Yeah,
They're never going to combine this. This is not 100 years of battle.
no,
This is thousands of years of battle. This is older
Jesus
than the
and
United States
Listen,
battle.
listen, I'm okay with it. I just don't want to hear your belly aching. All right.
No,
I'm okay with
I
it.
understand.
Just know that I don't care because you don't have the guns big enough. All right. So shut up.
I think we got it. I mean, I hope I'm still employed after this, and I feel like you guys got shit off your chest. So yeah,
These are this is a disclaimer. These opinions that I have voiced are mine and solely mine, and not the opinions of anyone else on the show. All right.
they late
These other
dollars
two
short, but I
guys,
appreciate it.
they
Yeah,
have nothing to do with the things that I've just said. Okay.
right
So
on.
Just hope somebody
please
watches the
spare
video
them.
long enough to get to that.
Yeah. Too bad they clicked off about 45 seconds ago and sent an email to HR.